Hello and welcome to Mangatory96, and today we're going to talk about High School DxD. Today we continue with discovering the relationships that Issei has with his harem. With this video covering his relationship with a white lolly cat who has a bright future ahead of herself when she matures, a Valkyrie that didn't have a boyfriend in her life before Issei and has a 100 yen shop fetish, an immortal fire chicken who manages his daily life, and a sleephead with an angelic voice that affects dragons. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning, as I'll be spoiling a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you go and read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with Koneko. At first, Koneko disliked Issei due to his lecherous mind and antics, but respected him after seeing his determination and tenacity for never giving up, and also because of his willingness to go up to great lengths to help a friend in need. Even though his methods got lecherous, she drew on his courage to help herself get stronger and braver. She will almost ridicule Issei or beat him up whenever she caught him attempting to commit perverted acts. She started to develop feelings for him after he helped her overcome her fear of senjutsu, as Issei told her he was not afraid of her powers and would stop her if she ever went out of control. After that, she began sitting nowhere else but on Issei's lap and began seducing him like all the other girls in the harem. But Koneko still dislikes his perverted ways. She appears to still love him in spite of that and doesn't mind if it is directed at her now. She often gets jealous like the others if another girl is displaying any sort of affection or acting intimate with him. Still, whenever Issei says something that implies he is not a lolicon, she gets mad at him. After Issei went into Juggernaut Drive, and after his return in Volume 12, Koneko has been having senjutsu healing session with him in order to restore his life energy that was lost. During one session, she tells him that she would hate it if he died and that she would keep doing those sessions for the rest of her life if that was what it would take, making him promise to never use that form again. She offers a faster method to heal him, though it would involve them having sex, and as a flustered Issei rejects the offer as he wanted Koneko to be with someone she loves, as he still believed the girls around him didn't like him during this time. Her love kept growing until it reached its climax in Volume 11, where she went into mating season and chose him as a partner, but was stopped by her sister Kuroka. Koneko soon after stops Kuroka's attempt to seduce Issei by declaring that he belongs to her. Later, in the same volume, she proposed to Issei to be his bride, which Issei accepts under the condition that she grows bigger in both height and bust. She wants to be more than just a girlfriend to Issei, because she chose him to be her soulmate. Her relationship with him is very serious, but will have to wait to develop more because her body is small and will be dangerous for her to bear children at this point. When Issei died, she cried along with Ravel, but was also happy to hear his spirit was alive, embracing him when he returned. She is determined to marry him in the future and will sometimes say that she will be Issei's bride one day. Koneko gave her first kiss to Issei after he protected her and Kuroka from the Grim Reapers and accepted her proposal in Volume 24. In Volume 25, Koneko became much more bold towards Issei, such as sleeping with him half naked and wanting to reserve his child. In True Volume 2, she showcased her newfound boldness as she joined Akeno in dragging Issei into Akeno's last room to spoil him before departing for the training camp, even to the point of being willing to have sex with him along with Akeno before they were interrupted by the other girls. After witnessing her Shirone mode, Issei began having lecherous fantasies about her, wanting for her to mature to the height and bust size. Moving on to Rossweisse. Rossweisse is the second rook of Ries's Pirch and a teacher at the school. Issei and Rossweisse have a student-teacher relationship where Rossweisse is shown to be giving advice to Issei on various stuff from Issei's studies in school, training, and in his relationship with the girls. She later gained some interest in Issei during Volume 12, where she and the Occult Research Club members all ask Issei out on a date. In Volume 17, she asks Issei to become her boyfriend due to her grandmother coming to visit, to whom she told that she does have a boyfriend when she actually doesn't. Later on in the volume, they go on a date to Tokyo, which was interrupted by the appearance of Euclid Lucifuge. During the attack on Aros and Agares, Issei rescues Rossweisse from Euclid, defeating him in the process. By the end of the volume, Rossweisse develops feelings for Issei, even asking him out on a date to a 200 yen shop next time. In volume 22, under Ries's orders, Rossweisse was transferred to Issei's peerage, becoming his first official rook. In volume 25, Hyoudou residence, Issei returns to sleep only to find Rossweisse on his bed wearing revealing lineager and shyly asking if he's gonna come to the bed, and then Issei went to his bed and laid down. He was shocked about Rossweisse's attempt to offer her virginity in order to break off her engagement, and reveals to Issei that she doesn't want to marry Vidar and wants to be one of Issei's side, asking him to snatch her away from the Norse chief god. Issei reveals that he has no intention to giving Rossweisse to Vidar, and recalling on how he did with Euclid, hugging her, telling her to believe in him. Realizing that their faces were too close to each other, Issei and Rossweisse backed away, with their faces turning red. But Rossweisse came close to Issei and gave her first kiss, much to his surprise. Kuroka and Koneko then barged into the room and started seducing Issei. Wanting to keep Issei to herself for the night, she tells them that she will be sleeping with Issei. In the end, Rossweisse and the Nakumata sister slept with Issei for the night. During the match against Vidar, Rossweisse tearfully accepts Issei's proposal and promised to give birth to many of his children, making her his 8th bride. After she defeats Brynhilde and Issei defeats Vidar, Rossweisse blushingly promised to show Issei the real World Tree Yggdrasil, implying she wanted to go on another date with him. At the party after the match, Rossweisse, once again in a drunken state, clings to Issei's back, declaring that he is her husband and refuses to hand him over to the other girls. Moving on to Ravel. Ravel and Issei met during the rating game between Ries and her brother, Riser, and didn't really care for each other. After he defeated Riser at the engagement party, she became infatuated with Issei and started to develop feelings for him, albeit in a tsundere fashion. In volume 10, she moves in with him and transfers to his school in order to spend more time with him. She has stated that she does not mind becoming one of his concubines as long as she is by his side. Issei, however, remains oblivious to her feelings, but was still willing to put his life on the line to protect her under Lady Phoenix's request to take care of her. It is implied in volume 9 that Ravel enrolls in Co-Academy so that she can get closer to Issei and moves in with him in the following volume. She happily accepts Cedric's request of becoming Issei's manager and continuously works hard for him, such as finding a suitable magician for him to make a pact with. He respects and admires her a lot for her knowledge and dedication she puts in her work as a manager and completely trusts in her judgment. He has stated that he would like to have her as his manager forever and maybe as a tactician in his speech when he became a high-class devil with his own evil pieces. Issei officially became a high-class devil in volume 22 when Ravel officially became his bishop alongside Asya. In volume 23, Ravel became more bold after becoming a member of Issei's peerage, such as shyly expressing her desire to sleep with him while Ries and Akeno aren't around and wearing transparent white necklaces. She is more determined as she allows him to touch and squeeze her breasts and fights with the church trio for his affection and who gets to sleep with him. After the rating game against Dulio, Issei comforted her when she was crying due to the feeling that she couldn't help Issei win. Moving on to Ingvild. Issei first met Ingvild at a park, where the fountain was and she immediately recognized him as the Red Dragon Emperor. When Issei defeated the mysterious devils, he used his handkerchief to wipe off the blood from her face. When they met again, Ingvild started to sing, which caused pain to his body, but he held off Kiba and Zenobia from attacking her because he knows she means no harm. When Ingvild woke up from her sleep, Issei took her to the beach and they started to become closer and eventually befriended each other. He was about to invite her to eat until they were interrupted by Nyx. Ingvild was contacted by Issei through Akeno's breast to ask her to sing for him. She was hesitant at first due to the pain she could inflict on him, but agrees to his request to sing for him, which empowered Issei. After Nyx was defeated, Ingvild eventually became his first servant to join his peerage as his queen, as he agrees to let her sing under his leadership. In True Volume 2, Ingvild was among the first group of brides in Issei's dream that will marry him, hinting she will become one of Issei's future brides. When Akino and Koneko were seducing him in Akino's erotic room, Ingvild innocently thought of hugging Issei with her naked body, but was embarrassed to do so, concerning Issei when he believed the other girls were starting to affect Ingvild. In True Volume 3, Nimura suspects that Ingvild is also attracted to and in love with Issei too. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Issei's relationship with Koneko, Rossweisse, Ravel and Ingvild. And that will be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.